Hi everybody, my name is John Einkoff. I'm a Principal Product Manager at AWS. In October, Amazon announced a new offering called Amazon Quick Suite that is designed to unify your data and applications so that business users can quickly get the information that they're looking for and take action with the help of agentic AI teammates. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of Quick Suite. There's a number of key capabilities here. If we look on the top row here, I'm just going to highlight a few of these. Spaces is a feature that allows you to organize your files, your data, dashboards into a knowledge base that you can share with users, groups within your organization. Chat agents allow you to create a custom AI assistant that has access to certain knowledge bases, actions. This is something also that you can share with other users, with other groups. Research is the part of Quick Suite that I work on. This is a deep research tool that it works across your company data, external data. We will talk about that a little bit more on the next slide. Quick Sight is a tool for visualizing your data, creating and sharing dashboards. Quick Flows is a feature that allows you to automate certain repetitive tasks that you might have. So preparing for meetings, creating to-do lists, things like that. And Automate is a solution for automation of complex business processes. So what is Quick Research? Quick Research is the deep research component of Quick Suite. It allows business users to tackle complex and time-intensive research and analysis. So think, creating a market research plan, creating a product roadmap, doing analysis of your competitors, creating a pricing strategy, things that ordinarily take a lot of time to do the research, synthesize data sources, and create recommendations and plans. In the little video here, you'll see a really quick end-to-end demo of what it looks like. So here, if I wanted to do research, I'd click on New Research. I enter my research goal. I select the sources that I want the agent to use. I then see a list of the topics that the agent is going to go and research and explore. If you look on the right, you can see some recommendations that the agent is making. Research kicks off. It takes about 20 minutes. At the end of that time, you have a detailed report. You can go through the report and pick a statement to go deeper on. You can view sources. You can also, if you want to, create an executive summary of the research, then you can download it, share it with other users. So what we're trying to do here is take something that would normally take days, weeks, and compress it down into 20 minutes. Quick Research recently became much more powerful with the integration of FactSet. To tell us more about that, I'm joined by Calvin Ho, who's VP of Partnerships at FactSet. And thank you very much for your attention. We're going to be learning a little bit more about how FactSet can be brought into the data to empower researchers to do even deeper research and access even better, even deeper data.
Thanks, John. Very excited to be here today and teach you a little bit about the integration with deep research. So my name is Calvin Ho. I work at FactSet, and I help manage our strategic partnership with AWS. For those of you who are not familiar with FactSet, we are a global financial data and analytics company. We have roughly 240,000 users of our FactSet Workstation, which is our SaaS front-end application. We also have a large number of users who consume our data via data feeds and APIs. We have roughly 9,000 global clients and over 12,000 employees, and like we have listed here, we are a trusted partner to the world's largest financial institutions. So I know many of you here are builders, and as you know, the solutions that you build are only as good as the data that powers them. At FactSet, we're very proud to say that we have a lot of industry-leading content that our clients use to help fuel their Gen AI applications. These are some of the data sets that I'll cover today, and I just want to let you know that everything here is available in the Amazon Data Exchange on the AWS Marketplace, natively available in S3 or in Redshift. So the first two columns, we have the core structured and unstructured content. So that's our basic fundamental data, foundational data that our clients use for workflows such as fundamental analysis or quant research. I'll get back to these in a minute. Moving on to market and macroeconomic data. For real-time exchanges, we stream over 300 global exchanges and OTCs, and all that data streaming is available natively in AWS, in an AWS Tigger plant. For event-driven data, we have mergers and acquisition data, private equity, venture capital data as well. And we're also very strong in alternative data. So the two data sets I'll highlight, one is supply chain. So if you want to get an understanding of the complex network of a company's competitors, partners, suppliers, et cetera, that's a great data set. And also geographic and industry revenue data too. So if you wanted to get an understanding of a company's revenue exposure by country, so obviously a lot of geopolitical risk these days, it's really, really helpful data set. So I've bolded 5 data sets under core, structured, and unstructured, and these are the 5 content sets that are available via quick research today. We have pricing and reference data, so that's your end-of-day pricing, corporate actions, shares outstanding, dividend information. Fundamentals, which is your company financial statements, ratios, et cetera. And estimates is your financial earnings estimates, along with buy, sell, hold ratings, things like that. For unstructured content, we have news, so that's our Street Account News service, which is a curated news service where we focus on market-moving news like company press releases and economic data as well. And under transcripts, we have company event data, so it could be company earnings call transcripts and any sort of event that a company might hold. So let's jump over to quick research right now. So let's say I'm a financial analyst and I would like to ask about everyone's favorite GPU producer, NVIDIA. So I'm going to ask quick research to create a report for me. So I'm going to say, analyze NVIDIA, including how it has performed year to date versus its peers, summarize its latest earnings call, summarize the last 2 weeks of news associated with NVIDIA, and identify 2 or 3 key risks. So that's a very complicated question right there, right? So I'm going to select FactSet data over on the bottom left, and then I'm going to start researching. And as you can see, the report came back right away. I'm just kidding, it's a snapshot, but you get an idea. So what we have here is we have a 12-page report that gets generated. It is very thorough, very detailed, and a few things I will highlight here. All the figures you can see are referenceable. So, if there's a financial figure like we have in the second paragraph, you can see I highlighted, the source, and it's from FactSet. So you don't have to really worry about hallucinations. You can just go and get go straight to the source to look at the article or look at the data. I asked a few things, and I won't go over the whole report, but I asked about year-to-date stock performance versus peers. So quick research was able to go to FactSet, pull in stock performance data, and identify peers as well. So now you can see what Qualcomm, AMD, and Intel have done year-to-date versus NVIDIA. Another item that I asked is I asked it to identify risk factors. So here, quick research went and identified 3 risk factors, one being NVIDIA's reliance on Taiwan semiconductors. The second is the US-China export controls. And number 3 is just competitive pressures from AMD and Qualcomm and others. So I hope this kind of gives you an idea of how powerful quick research is with FactSet content. A report like this would have probably taken an analyst 2 or 3 days to build. So you get this in roughly 20 minutes, which is pretty fantastic. I also know many of you here probably don't work for a financial services firm, but we actually sell a lot of this content to corporations as well. A lot of our clients use it for things like competitive intelligence and industry benchmarking. So if you're a company in any industry, you want to know how well you're doing against your peers, you can look at your financials versus a peer's financials. You can analyze earnings calls from your peers and see if there's any general themes going on. Really, really powerful tool. So thank you. If any of you are FactSet clients and you're interested, feel free to reach out to me. On the quick research page, there is information on how to reach out to your FactSet representative as well. Happy to answer any questions. So thank you for coming. That's pretty quick.